So I am wondering now how I'm gonna survive in life. Um, I'm in a pretty horrible situation, and I'm trying to find a way forward. So I'm doing this as a way of putting my toe in the water to try and make contact and inform people and do something useful with my life. Um, the situation is I've had a brain injury, and I don't know how to rate the severity of it, but it's not very good. It's affected my life greatly in a couple of ways. I have a physical problems as well, so it's difficult to walk. I need to use a stick to walk at the moment. But before I was using a quad pod thing, which is a stick with 4 feet on it to help with balance. And before that, I was in a wheelchair. And I don't really understand how much time has passed, but I think it's been a number of months, possibly more than a year, that I've been trying to get from a wheelchair to the quadrod to a normal walking stick. So it is difficult to be moving around. I have to concentrate quite hard when I'm walking, and but at least I can walk. I'm realizing that as bad as things are, they could have been an awful lot worse. So the only thing that happened in terms of me knowing what's going on is I woke up and I was in this bad physical condition, and I don't know how it happened, and why I'm in this condition. I don't know what kind of accident happened, but various bits of information I've got built up a picture which, well, I say built up a picture, but it's a very small amount of information which leads me to believe that this was a suicide attempt. Now that's stunning to me because I never would have thought I was that kind of person, and I have no memory as well. I don't know if I mentioned this already. My memory is very bad, so it's hard to know. But basically, the incident has taken away my memory almost totally. I don't even know where I live, for example. I have addresses in my head, but I don't know the specific address at which I live at, or even if the addresses I have in my head are relevant to where I live. So it's a very strange existence to not know basic things like where I live. So it's basically scary and confusing, and I barely know what to do. I'm in something called supported living at the moment, and supported living means I have a roof over my head and a room to stay in, and I don't have to worry about food or whatever. Food is provided for me, and I do some exercise. Um, I haven't done it for a few days, but generally I do it every day. A little bit of walking, or sit up type things, or stand up, sit down type things. Very basic exercises. But I haven't done that for a while, but I think I'm doing it. So the situation is I'm living this water living. I've lost my memory, so it's hard to keep track of what goes on day to day. I can barely remember anything. I mean, I can remember my wife's name, who I believe is an ex-wife now. These are things I don't have. I don't know what's happened with my wife. I know I have two children, and I know their names, but I don't know how old they are, and I don't know what they look like. I think I have one picture somewhere, but even if I've seen the picture, I don't remember it, so I don't have a picture in my head of how they look. Um, I've forgotten where I was, but I am very worried about what my life is now and how to make it work. I don't know what I'm doing basically. All I'm doing at the moment is existing day to day, just eating and sleeping and not doing very much else at all. That's part of the reason that I'm doing this, to try and occupy my time, because life is pretty much empty and I'm feeling very lost and confused about everything. Um, I don't know how to survive basically, and life feels kind of empty. Um, it's simply eating food, and my sense of taste has been affected. So I barely taste food. I taste a little bit of salt, but I don't taste the flavors of food. So eating food is just like eating cardboard, and it's incredibly frustrating to not taste food, and it's very worrying that it might not go away. That the problem might not go away. I might be stuck like this, and that's absolutely terrifying. So I haven't got a memory. I barely remember anything except maybe the equivalent of a contents page to a book, where they have patchy bits of information but no detail. So I have addresses of places that I've lived in my head, for example, but I don't actually know which one that I live at, or even if the ones I remember represent one of the places that I've lived, that I was living when I got injured. So, of course, I'm very worried about how the injury happened, and somehow I've got information that it might have been a suicide attempt, which is stunning to me. But even as it's stunning, I have to accept it as a possibility, because here I am. Um, Something happened, and so this could have been one of the things that happened. I can't see myself having an accident and falling from a building, whatever. But I can't see a suicide either. But I have to accept the possibility. So I really don't know what life is now. Because my life is simply eating and sleeping a lot and stumbling around with the walking stick, living in supported accommodation so I don't have to do anything. Um, I don't know how long this situation will last. It could be indefinitely. This might be my life going forward for a very long time. I think I don't know how long I've been here up to now, but I'm guessing it's been a number of weeks, maybe at least 3 weeks, or maybe much more. I simply don't know. And I don't know if anything much will change. I don't talk with anyone, really. I don't have sessions like I would expect to have sessions with people for an hour at a time or whatever, maybe on a daily basis. I'd expect that, but I'm not having that at the moment. All that's happened is I feel I'm just being left to survive, to it just exists. I'm being supported to function, but I don't feel there's any progress or anything. My condition doesn't seem to be changing very much. I'm saying that, but today, just today, after a period of time, some weeks, I don't know how long, I do feel a little bit of improvement in terms of taste. I feel I can taste food a little bit. Hardly anything, but at least it's better than nothing. In my physical condition, I can't really feel much of an improvement. I'm walking with a stick, basically stumbling around with a stick. My memory doesn't seem to be changing either. So the things I know is very limited. I have addresses in my head, as I think I've said already, of places that I've lived, but I don't actually know which one I was living at when I got injured. I know I'm married or I was married. I have information that says I'm now divorced. I don't know how I got that information and if it's correct or whatever, but it must be correct because my wife hasn't been in touch with me, or my possible ex-wife hasn't been in touch with me. So we're definitely not married, I suppose, but I don't know the situation. I have two kids, and the only thing I know about them are their names. Um, I don't know how old they are, but I'm guessing they're around 5, 6, 7 type age. Um, I'm very confused, and I simply don't know what to do, really. As I said, I'm not having therapy sessions or whatever, or any kind of formal arrangement to, to sort of get on my feet or whatever. I feel like I'm just being left to survive, basically. I have a roof over my head, a bed to sleep in, food is good for me, and when I eat, I can barely taste, or I can't taste at all, but I think that's coming back, hopefully. Yeah, so I eat, sleep, and that's all. Um, so I don't really understand what life is, and I don't know if things will change at all, or if this is just the way things are. And it's scary to think that this is how things will be. I am trying to understand what to do in life and how to survive this situation because it's very basic at the moment. It is just eating and sleeping, um, and barely anything else. So I don't do any exercise at the moment. I think that's being planned though. I don't even know why I think that, but I believe I've spoken to someone, and I believe they have said that things will start to happen at some point, not too long. Um, so life is strange and kind of empty, and I admit I'm scared. I'm scared of what this is. I'm living in this small, tiny apartment type place. It's fine. I'm tall and roof the roof is low and the doorways are low, so it's annoying. But it is comfortable otherwise. Um, I'm really lost as to what my life is now. I suppose because I'm being left alone basically and just existing. I don't know if there's any kind of plan, but I'm assuming that they must think that what I need is just to be looked after and that improvement will happen by itself. Because I'm not getting any therapy or any formal exercises or whatever. So there must be a sense that I need to just be looked after and they're hoping for my body to fix itself. I don't know if that will happen. So physically, I've been damaged. I've had a head injury and back injury. But again, they're not as severe as they could be, so I am very lucky in that sense. So walking is difficult, and I need to use a stick to walk. But I think I can feel a bit of improvement in walking, so that's something. Um, I'm really confused as to what life is now. I'm just existing at the moment. I'm not. I don't feel I'm achieving very much. There isn't exercise work or whatever. I don't feel I'm being pushed in that sense. I feel I'm just being looked after. And I don't know if that's because this is just the way life will be going forward, or if this is just a period of time and things will change. But I'm really hoping that there is some sort of plan for me. So I will ask someone if there is something that will change sometime soon. I don't talk to anyone. I don't have any contact with my family, but I don't remember them at all. So I don't miss them as I normally would. But I'm assuming that I have an ex-wife. I have 2 children. I don't know where they are. I don't know where I am. I think I'm in West London. Um, I don't know where my children are, but I don't remember them either. So I'm in a strange position in that I know I have children, but I don't miss them or know them as a father normally would. And I have what I believe is an ex-wife who I'm not in contact with. Um, it's a very scary, very empty, very strange existence. And I don't really know what will happen going forward. So I probably need to arrange some kind of meeting with whoever's in charge of me or whatever. But I'm not sure they'll be able to tell me very much. I mean, what would they be able to say? A lot of it depends on my memory, which is basically gone. So I am just being kept alive and comfortable. And I don't understand what the situation is really. So I think what I'll do is tomorrow I'll make a request to staff to speak to someone to see if there's a kind of plan for me. I don't know why I haven't been told already what's going on. It could be that they have spoken to me and I've forgotten it, but I don't think so. My memory is bad, but I'm sure that I'd record that information so I would know that it has happened. So I think that's basically what I'll do tomorrow. I'll try and talk to somebody to see if there is any kind of progress. Is there anything that would change? I don't know if they'll be able to tell me anything, but I think that's what I'll do next. Because it's very scary living like this and very worrying that things won't change. I am hopeful about my taste. I think the meal I had today, I'm sure I had a little something in terms of taste. So that's an improvement. I don't know how long I've been here. I think it's definitely a number of weeks, but I don't know if it's been months. It might even be 6 months or a year or something crazy like that. I simply don't know the time that I've spent here. So I think tomorrow I'll try and talk to somebody to get an idea if there is a plan of any kind for me here. And try and get details like how long I've been here and what happened and if they think it was a suicide attempt or not. And I do think it was a suicide attempt. I need to try and start to find out why that might have been. So I'm not in touch with friends or anything either. I do have WhatsApp or whatever, so I can make contact with people, and I think I have made contact with people on WhatsApp. But the internet is down at the moment for some reason. Hopefully it's just a temporary thing. Today's Christmas Day. Um, I don't imagine it'll be fixed very quickly, whatever the problem is. But I think I have, once that is up again, I do have some contact with people, I think. It's hard to keep track because my memory is so bad at the moment. So tomorrow's Boxing Day, so that's not great either, but soon I'm going to need to try and find out where I am, pretty much exactly what happened, and what's expected of my recovery. Will anything change over the next few weeks or whatever? And I need to find out how long I've been here and get some details about the injuries that I've had. I got some head injuries and my back's sore and I can barely walk, so I know certain things have happened, but I need to get some details about exactly what the situation was. So life is a mystery. I'm living day to day without knowing very much. So I am worried and confused and I want to find out more. Hopefully I can find out more, if not tomorrow because it's Boxing Day, then the day after I'd hope. So I really hope I can make some progress and find out more.